Hello, my name is Alfonso Torres, and today I'm going to go ahead and show Angelica how to use the Teams platform on Repl.it. So Angelica, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi. So I'm a seventh grade teacher at Seaside Middle School, and I'm looking to teach my students how to use Python. And I was interested in using the Teams platform to do that.
Okay, then. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I did create a demo class on Teams.
Okay.
But before that, we actually want to go to look at the plans first because this is the plans that you're going to go to before you make your class. So you can get a basic free one. You can get a single monthly one. And per school, you can pay this price if you have multiple teachers in the same school, and you also can get a discount. So just email this email, and then you can go ahead and ask for a 25% discount. For anything
Cool.
bigger than that, you can also email them, and you'll get some more information on how to have a larger scale classroom, and also have multiple collaborators for that. Okay.
Cool.
So, back. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my account. So this is my Repl.it account. I have my team's classroom. This is C++, and obviously we're teaching C++ here. First, I want to go off to the members section. As you can see, we have a few members in our classroom already. We can enter usernames or invite them by emails. We can also have people use this link, and if we don't want to collect names or emails, we can go ahead and have this checked off. This way, students will be able to just put random names or usernames that they can add, and just in case, just for those users alone, you can change their password just in case they forget, and then give them their new password. You can't change the passwords for people that actually have Repl.it accounts, so you won't be able to do that.
Okay, good to know. Can other teachers join my Teams class?
Of course. So
Okay.
you can just add them as regular members to begin with, but eventually, if you do want to add them as teachers, you can change their. You can toggle this to change them to admin or billing admin. This way, they'll have a little bit more control with the team's classroom. And also, if you want to go ahead and invite multiple students at a time, and this is probably going to be a thing that's done for most teachers, you can use a CSV file if you want to maybe add like 30 people at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and look at the two sections that we have. We have team projects and we have team repls. The team repls is for proof of concept program. So like let's say you just want to show input and output, just simple things like that any students can use and also run as well. But team projects is where we're going to do most of our work. This is where we're going to do most of our assignments. We have two practice assignments right now, or just one, and then the other one's a group project. So for right now, we have the practice Hello World. So we're going to go ahead and utilize that one. So as you can see here, this is where we're going to do most of our code, or where the students are going to do most of their code. I wanted to start off from scratch since this is the first program.
Mm.
Right here, I did create a README file. This README file is going to go ahead and show what they need to do. And also, I provided some helpful resources. So this you can also add links. This link goes to a PowerPoint explanation on how to get started with C++.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so how do I grade the assignments?
Oh, good question. So I can create input and output tests for them. So this way they know if they got it right or not. We can create tests. So we can have the name of the test, ask if it needs any input, what's the expected output, and then what kind of case you want it to like finish, right? Do you want it just to match? Do you want exactly the match, or different types of regular expression matching output? This is a little bit more complex, but usually we're just going to use match to do most of the tests, so students can see if they got it right or wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now we already have one right here, and it's going to have to output hello world with an exclamation mark.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back. and I can go ahead and view my submissions for the students, see if I've already reviewed them, see if they submitted them yet, and actually go into their assignments. And I can actually leave messages for them. So let's just say maybe they had a hard time doing it, and maybe they weren't able to pass the test. So I can go ahead and see if they did pass the test right here. I can go ahead and run the test for myself. And it looks like it passed. You can leave a small annotation for them. Great job. So yeah, so they'll be able to see this. They'll get a notification on their end that I went ahead and wrote an annotation.
Very cool.
So you've seen it on my end, but you're probably wondering what it looks like for students. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So right here, I'm going to go into this account. This is one of the students. So as you can see, they obviously can't create or can't delete the assignments or edit them because they only have member access. And you're probably wondering why there are group members on one of these assignments. Well, I actually created a group project for them. All right, so let me just go back real quick to show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this project. So as you can see, this is I created a group project, and it also I auto assigned groups. So we got group members for one assignment, group members for the other assignment. So all these students right here on the bottom, those people would be able to work on one assignment, and then the group on the top is going to be working on their own assignment. So it's going to be kind of like how Google Docs does it, how they can kind of collaborate and work on assignments together. So this is what we're going to go ahead and do. This way students can get a feel for what it feels like to work as a group for one whole project.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So as you can see, I do have group members here. I can continue working on my assignment as well. I still get access to my repls that were out here. And that's pretty much it for that. So I know this was a pretty clear cut, or it was pretty fast tutorial, but I think for my best bet for you is to go ahead and just try out Teams, create a classroom, and also if you would like, I can add you into this classroom just so you can see how I set things up.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So, do you have any more questions before I let you go?
Yeah. Are there any resources on how to use Teams?
Yeah. So if you go into Teams for Education 101, we actually have a few links, a video walkthrough on how to use Teams, and other questions that you may be wondering how to use Teams for.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Does Repl.it provide any pre-made curriculum?
Oh, good question. Okay, so this is what's really cool about Repl.it. They're actually working with educators to create a curriculum for them to use. So you said you were teaching Python, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we can go ahead and access this free Python course, and you can go ahead and utilize their course. And you don't have to use it. You don't have to go ahead and just copy paste and just use that course. You can also edit it as best you can. And this is Andy, one of the creators of this Python course. So you can get ahead to know him. You can contact them as well, and you can go ahead and enjoy this this full curriculum for yourself for free.
Oh wow, how interesting!
Yeah. So this is a great. I think Teams is going to be a perfect fit for you. And I can't wait until you dive in and kind of get your hands messy with this code. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
No problem. So thank you for giving me a chance to teach you. And I'll catch you next time.
Alrighty. You have a good one.
All right. Bye.